Hey everyone, and welcome back to Web3 Coffee. I'd like to start by apologizing for the delay in getting this video out. I was traveling and then fell sick, but we're back to our regular scheduled programming going forward. Particularly excited about this week's episode where we're going to talk about the new NFT standard that has picked up a lot of buzz, and that is DN404. One of the first collections based on the DN404 standard is the Asterix collection, which we'll also explore in this episode. So get cozy and let's begin this fascinating journey. So, what new properties is DN404 bringing to the crypto world? Well, imagine a world where NFTs are not just unique digital assets, but instead can be divided, shared, and owned in parts. That's what DN404 is bringing to the table. It blends together the best of the ERC20 and ERC721 token standards, one being fungible tokens and one being non fungible tokens. So essentially, DN404 is going to enable fractional ownership and the trading of these fractionalized NFTs with ease. So, why is this new standard, DN404, going to be important? Well, it's simply because NFTs are evolving and so are their use cases. DN404 addresses the limitations of traditional NFTs by introducing a dual contract system. One contract deals with fungible aspects, i.e., like ERC20 tokens, and another deals with the non fungible aspects, i.e., ERC721 tokens. This means you can now own a piece of your favorite digital art or collectible without having to buy the whole thing. It also means potentially that one can get access to membership collectives without having to buy the entire NFT. This clearly is going to open up a world of possibilities. So, one of the first collections based on the DN404 standard is the Asterix NFT collection. The collection isn't just about owning digital art, but it's about being part of the community that appreciates the art's value in parts as much as the whole. It's a perfect example of how DN404 is enabling new forms of digital ownership and community building. With that said, I do have to acknowledge a few limitations with the project. Aside from that, it's very early stage. It doesn't help that the founding team is not very visible. When search results, I couldn't find much information about the founding team. And so I do recommend them to take a more transparent approach to who's building this collection and who the advisors are. With that said, we've clearly seen some pretty bullish price action on the NFT collection recently, as well as on their associated token. So time will tell where this project goes. So to recap, I think with DN404, we're looking at a much more accessible NFT market. I think that's particularly important nowadays when we're seeing many of the top collections and membership collectives requiring above 10,000 US dollars or 5 ETH to really participate. So I think with digital assets that are both liquid and tradable like conventional assets, it'll only open up the ecosystem and make it more accessible. Further, I think that the DN404 standard can really open up many opportunities and possibilities for creators, collectors, and investors alike, really benefiting the entire NFT ecosystem, which has not gained as much in terms of price action in this bull run so far. I do, however, want to put a word of caution here that, as with any new technology, there are bound to be hurdles we see in the near future. DN404 is still experimental. I'm quite sure the Ethereum Foundation has not approved it as a standard as of yet. And while it promises to revolutionize the NFT landscape, it's likely that there are going to be risks and various updates that could change the roadmap going forward. So definitely do your own research before investing and stay updated on the latest trends. Feel free to DM me. I'm happy to discuss any questions you may have on it. As we wrap up today's episode of Web3 Coffee, I think to recap, it's fair to say that the DN404 standard is likely to position NFTs in a very good place going forward. I think they're at the forefront of NFT innovations in the last few months, and it just paints a vibrant picture for what we can look towards for the future of digital assets. With that all said, as I mentioned, there are definitely risks involved. But I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on fractional NFTs, the DN404 standard. Feel free to drop your comments below and let's keep the conversation brewing. And until next time, keep your mugs ready and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks.